Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk about Vivek Ramaswamy and the Pennsylvania Orchid Fugitive. The Pennsylvania Orchid Fugitive. All right, so I live in Pennsylvania, and if you don't know, Pennsylvania is the most dope state ever. It is awesome, right? I know people who live in all kinds of states, right? And they have terrible, terrible problems that Pennsylvania does not have, right? If you live in California, you could die from a mudslide or a forest fire or an earthquake. We ain't got none of them in Pennsylvania, right? If you live in Florida, you could die from a gator. We ain't got none of them in Pennsylvania, right? If you live in Texas, you could be highly annoyed because a whole bunch of Californians are showing up. Right? Like you used to have an awesome state. Now people are coming in and asking for avocado toast and insisting that you trade in your rolling coal awesome Ford F-150 for a hummus powered car. Like you got problems, right? But the reality is, we just had this wonder, and boy, I'll tell you, I don't know why I'm happy as a clam today. So if I seem a little more upbeat than usual, it is correct. I am extremely excited by the Pennsylvania Orchid Fugitive situation. So we just had this situation in September of 2023. Pennsylvania had the Pennsylvania Orchid Fugitive situation. So this person escaped from jail, right? Escape from prison, right? Not jail, where they hold you for a week or two. Prison, right? Like prison, right? So real prison, real Tommy Lee Jones prisoner, right? Like straight up escapes, right? And, and then a couple people tell me the story. And they're like, hey, did you hear this? We have a Pennsylvania fugitive. There's this person running around and they escaped from prison. And I'm like, I don't care, right? And they're like, oh no, this person's quite dangerous. They're a murderer. And I was like, I still don't care, man. And they're like, why don't you care? And I was like, they're going to catch that fool in about 3 hours, right? Like, this America, man, we got cameras everywhere, right? Like, they're going to catch that fool quick, right? I don't even know what is the point of escaping from prison today. There's cameras everywhere, and everybody under the sun is looking to turn you over to a podcast, right? Like, get your interview, right? Like, and now I really felt that Americans were doing the job of police officers. And I was wrong. The police caught the Pennsylvania Orchid fugitive. But we're not there. Hold on. Here's the ride, right? Hold on for the ride. We're going all the way. All right, so this Pennsylvania fugitive escapes, and I'm like, oh, who cares? They'll catch him in a day or two, right? They don't. It goes 3 days. It goes 4 days. It goes 5 days. It goes 6 days. And somebody said, Scott, you hear about that escaped murderer, man? Are you locking your doors at night? And I said, well, thank you, neighbor, for, not my literal neighbor, just somebody I like, somebody I know in PA is like, hey, you guys keeping your doors locked at night? And I was like, well, I don't really care about that escaped murderer. I prefer to refer to him as the Pennsylvania fugitive, right? And the reality is, at this point, I am astounded he has not been caught. And frankly, I'm a little amazed at what this is saying about our society, right? Like, I am absolutely astonished that everybody just didn't narc him out and put him in prison immediately. I am truly astounded that this whole situation has gone on this long. It was incredible, right? And I just was truly amazed that he was able to go this long. Well, check out my Twitter and check out right here on my YouTube channel. You will find lots of material from Longwood Gardens, right? I'm a huge fan of Longwood Gardens. I go to Longwood Gardens all the time. It's a really important place to me. I love it. Love it, right? They tweet and they say, we're closing down the orchid display. We're closing down the whole Longwood Gardens, baby. The whole thing's shut down because the Pennsylvania fugitive, he up in Longwood. What? And I'm like, wait, what? The Pennsylvania fugitive just became the Pennsylvania orchid fugitive because he was looking at orchids at Longwood Gardens and they caught him on camera? Yes. Pennsylvania orchid fugitive. Because when he was running for his life, right, trying to remain free, right, he went to Longwood Gardens and took in the flowers. Dude, I am so ready for this movie. like, cast Pedro Pascal, and I want all of it. I want every minute of it, right? Now, I got to cut this short because I can't make these videos too long. But they caught him. They caught him after he went 13 days. He had freedom for 13 days. And I am amazed that escaped murderer, right, when he is trying to be free, took the time to go to Longwood Gardens, right, and take in the flowers. If that ain't a life lesson, what is? That is truly incredibly astounding. That is absolutely amazing. And I want to see every single minute of his wild and crazy and zany story in a movie with Pedro Pascal, right? I cannot believe he went 13 days, without getting caught. And get this, he was caught by a law enforcement plane catching his signature, his heat signature, and then they dispatched a tactical team with police dogs and got him. It's going to look great on film, right? So I think this is and so here's the point. The police are awesome. Even escaped murderers in Pennsylvania are awesome and do epic, beautiful, profound things, right? And life is good. Not everything sucks. President Joseph Biden has not been able to destroy every source of joy we have, which is really good. How does Vivek Ramaswamy use this to propel himself forward and win the 2024 U.S. presidential election? Here's how he does it. I am convinced Vivek is. So somebody said in my comments, "Hey, Vivek's fading." I don't like hearing that, but I also look at hard truths, and I think that might be true. I think he might be fading. Vivek has to do something dramatic and dynamic. He thinks he's going to win with incremental change. He thinks he's going to win by doing the normal thing and staying on and going on a tour and doing stump speeches. He should be on the cutting edge of the news, right? He should be on a jet every day. He should be in Pennsylvania right now, talking to those law enforcement officers and saying thank you for finding his heat signature at night, dispatching a tactical team, and getting those dogs. And I want to take the wisdom you used to catch this escaped murderer, the Pennsylvania Orchid fugitive, and I want to take your wisdom, and I will fly one of your resources down to the state that is worse, that is the worst at catching escaped murderers, right? And and show that, and at this point, I think he should stop talking to American voters and realize only the media can win for him. And he has to be, and every single day, just find the top headline, go there and get in the middle of it with no shame, right? And why would he do that? Because American politics have been forever rewritten by President Donald Trump. He was effective. He was awesome. He was effective. Oh, he was effective and he was awesome. But he's a straight villain. And here's the thing. Vivek needs to be the Donald Trump we need. Effective, awesome hero. President Donald Trump is effective, awesome, and a villain. We need a leader who is effective, awesome, and hero. He needs to break 1/3 off of President Donald Trump and deliver it. Every single word of that is my humble opinion. What's important is when I get to hear your humble opinion, when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.